Daishinkan finally reveals the true reason why Whis has been training Goku and Vegeta so intensely. He says Whis is clever to do so. Long ago, when the Saiyans were a new race, two mighty beings, Akumo, the father of all Saiyans, and Yamoshi, the first Super Saiyan god, ruled both light and darkness. After a great war with Zeno's father, Yamoshi turned on Akumo, sealing him away. The Saiyans were then scattered, their true power lost in time. Daishinkan reveals that Goku is the reincarnation of Yamoshi, the only Saiyan who once rivaled the gods. He asks Zeno to let him train Goku personally. Zeno agrees without hesitation. When Daishinkan arrives, he tells Whis to send one of his students for training. Understanding the hidden meaning, Whis chooses Goku, sending him with Daishinkan to the demon realm. After they leave, Beerus asks why Vegeta wasn't chosen. Whis explains that Vegeta's ancestor was Akumo, the father of all Saiyans, and the only being who almost defeated Zeno. Long ago, Akumo and Zalama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls, attacked Zeno's palace and nearly destroyed everything, but Yamoshi stopped them, saving creation. Whis then says training Vegeta will help him awaken the dormant power of Akumo himself. Beerus now realizes Whis' true plan. Daishinkan takes Goku to train in the secret realm. Upon arrival, he tells Goku that both he and Zeno have seen glimpses of his past, and discovered that Goku once possessed a secret Uzuru form capable of unimaginable strength. Goku admits it's true, saying the form holds tremendous power, but he always loses control, destroying everything around him. He also explains that he cut off his tail long ago to prevent the transformation. Smiling, Daishinkan raises his hand and uses divine power to regrow Goku's tail, saying, "This time, you will master it." Goku hesitates, but when Daishinkan orders him to transform, he looks at the moon. Instantly, his body surges with energy. His eyes turn red, his muscles expand, and he roars as the ground trembles. But instead of the golden ape, Goku transforms into a radiant white Uzuru, a form never seen before in any Saiyan legend. At the same time, far away on Beerus' planet, Whis decides it's time to awaken Vegeta's hidden lineage, the blood of Akumo himself. Ignoring Vegeta's protests, Whis uses his staff to pull out Vegeta's tail, telling him that among all Saiyans, only Vegeta had full control over his Uzuru power. Vegeta looks at his tail, feeling an ancient energy rise within him, a force even he can't comprehend. What form will he unlock next? While Daishinkan and Whis trained their Saiyan warriors to unlock new divine forms, a sudden distortion in time ripped open the skies. From the portal stepped a being no one expected, Akumo, the father of all Saiyans, the ancient warrior who once challenged Zeno himself. Sensing the overwhelming energy, Daishinkan immediately stopped Goku's training and transported to Zeno's palace. Upon arrival, both stood in shock as Akumo's dark aura spread across the realm. Far away, Whis and Beerus also felt the tremor of his power shaking the multiverse. Standing before Zeno's gates, Akumo ready to reclaim what was once his. Daishinkan turned to Goku and said, "Now is the time. Show me the power of your new form." Goku closed his eyes, his energy bursting beyond control, the ground shattering beneath him. His white aura flared like a divine storm, his eyes turning pure black, a form beyond gods, beyond mortals. Super Saiyan Infinity. The clash between Akumo and Goku was unlike anything ever seen. Each punch cracked dimensions, their roars echoing through universes. But Goku hadn't yet mastered this new power, and Akumo's strength was overwhelming. As Goku fell to his knees, his aura fading, Whis and Vegeta raced toward the palace to help. After the fierce battle, Daishinkan uses his divine power to transport Akumo to Universe 6, trapping him deep inside a sealed cave. The threat is contained, for now. But Goku, drained and barely conscious, collapses as his Super Saiyan Infinity form fades away. The immense power had consumed more than his body could handle. Moments later, Whis and Vegeta arrive, quickly following Daishinkan's order to take Goku back home to recover. Meanwhile, in Zeno's palace, Daishinkan and Zeno discuss a secret plan, a way to finally take down Akumo before he breaks free again. Back on Beerus' planet, Goku wakes up and tells Whis everything, how he went Super Saiyan Infinity to fight Akumo but couldn't hold the form for long. Whis finally understands why Daishinkan insisted on training Goku personally. Turning to Beerus, he reveals something terrifying. If Akumo has returned, there's a chance Yamoshi has too. Beerus, looking uneasy, replies, "Then we need to speed up their training, because destruction is coming, and this time, Zeno might be the target." While on Universe 6, an unknown Saiyan breaks the seal of Akumo's cave, setting him free. Just then, Daishinkan contacts Whis with a calm yet serious tone. "It's time. Let's begin the plan to end Akumo." Next, Daishinkan reveals to Whis that the strange visions Beerus saw while destroying that planet were not dreams. They were real. He explains that the prophecy of the Super Saiyan God is true, and that Beerus' destructive blast accidentally triggered a time fracture, opening the ancient gates from which Akumo escaped. But Akumo wasn't alone. The real Super Saiyan God, Yamoshi, also returned through that rift. Daishinkan warns that the vision Beerus saw wasn't just a memory, it was a premonition, a sign of the ancient Saiyan's arrival in this timeline. After the devastating attack on Zeno's palace, Akumo may have been defeated, but the true threat, Yamoshi himself, is still to come. Meanwhile, Akumo realizes that in his weakened state, he stands no chance against Goku's new infinity form. Determined to regain his power, he begins searching for the Super Dragon Balls across the universes. After gathering them all, he summons Super Shenron and makes his wish to return to his prime form. The golden light fades, revealing a younger, sharper, and far deadlier Akumo. Smiling coldly, he says, "Now it's time to find someone stronger stronger than even Daishinkan, a figure so powerful who himself built the Super Dragon Balls. Who could this mysterious ally be? The battle for the multiverse has just begun. Next part at 70,000 subscribers. Subscribe now and comment. Daishinkan reveals a shocking truth. Zeno was not always the ruler of the multiverse. Long before his reign, the cosmos was ruled by ancient Saiyans, beings of unimaginable power. But everything changed when the ruler of the demon realm, Lord Whis, rose up and defeated them. Whis then crowned Zeno's parents as the new rulers of all existence, granting them the divine ability to erase anything with a thought. However, this decision enraged Zalama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls. In secret, Zalama joined forces with Akumo, the father of all Saiyans, to overthrow the new gods. Together, they invaded the Grand Palace, destroying everything in their path and even managing to kill Zeno's parents. But before they could seize the throne, Daishinkan and the legendary Yamoshi intervened. After a fierce battle that shook the multiverse, Akumo and Zalama were finally sealed away, and with Zeno's parents gone, Zeno was chosen as the next ruler, inheriting their power of erasure. Daishinkan now warns Whis that he senses the same dark energy he once felt during that ancient war. Meanwhile, far away in the void, Akumo has completed his search. He has found Zalama, and the two have fused into one being. But the questions remain. Where is Yamoshi? Daishinkan reveals a shocking update. They have finally managed to capture Yamoshi. Hearing this, Whis is stunned and asks, how is that even possible? Daishinkan calmly explains that when the time portal opened, Akumo escaped straight to Zeno's palace to attack, while Yamoshi traveled to planet Sadala in Universe 6. After Daishinkan trapped Akumo inside the cave of Universe 6, Akumo broke free, only to find Yamoshi standing before him. The two ancient Saiyans clashed in a furious battle that shook the stars. Their energy blasts tore through space, completely destroying planet Sadala and wiping out nearly every living Saiyan. When Daishinkan arrived, he found Yamoshi unconscious, drained from the fight. Without a moment's hesitation, he sealed Yamoshi in divine chains, knowing the danger his power held. However, Daishinkan confesses that Zeno's palace cannot contain him for long. Yamoshi must be sent back to the ancient timeline before he awakens. But there's a problem. Deities are forbidden from time travel, meaning only a Saiyan can complete this mission. Just as Daishinkan begins preparing the ritual, a massive energy blast shakes Zeno's palace, and the ground trembles under their feet. A sudden light flashes across Universe 7, and from it steps a familiar figure, but older, calmer, and far more serious. It's future Whis. Beerus and the others immediately sense the gravity of his energy. Something isn't right. Without wasting a moment, future Whis says he's come to deliver a warning from the future. He reveals that in his timeline, Goku has unlocked a transformation so powerful that he surpasses even the gods, defeating Zeno himself and becoming the new Omni King. At first, everyone is stunned. Goku, the ruler of all existence, but Whis continues, and this time, his tone darkens. Goku's innocence became the universe's downfall. He never erased anyone, never punished evil, and because of that mercy, chaos spread across the multiverse. With no one enforcing order, Frieza rose once again, conquering the universes one after another. He even hunted down and killed the Supreme Kai, which caused Beerus' death as well. Since their lives are linked, Whis explains that after Beerus' death, he was no longer bound to his angelic duty. That wasn't the end. Even Universe 6 wasn't spared. Frieza's army invaded it completely, across all universes. Rules were broken, deities vanished, and the angels were finally free. Some universes even forged alliances with the demons, desperate to overthrow Goku, the Omni King who refused to fight back. Beerus asks Future Whis, how did Goku even reach such power? Future Whis replies, he paid a terrible price. In that timeline, Goku suffered the greatest loss of his life. A demon murdered Chi-Chi. The pain, the rage, the grief, all of it fused together, igniting a transformation so immense it shattered the limits of divine power. Goku's emotions consumed him, turning him into something beyond gods, a being of raw, infinite Saiyan energy. But that power came with a cost. He lost control. In his fury, he destroyed everything. Universes, mortals, even divine realms. Only Whis survived to tell the tale. As the air turns silent, a familiar voice echoes from behind. Goku arrives, unaware of what he's just heard. He tells Beerus that his friends have gone into the demon realm and that something feels wrong. Future Whis turns toward him with a heavy heart. The cycle might be repeating. The future Whis warning continues to echo in Beerus' mind. Goku will become the end of this multiverse. Those words pierce through him like a blade. For the first time, Beerus, the god of destruction, feels fear. Sitting silently on his planet, Beerus looks at Whis. If what your future self said is true, then there's only one way to stop it, he mutters coldly. Whis doesn't answer, but he already knows what his master is thinking. Goku, the mortal who once inspired gods, must be eliminated. But Beerus grits his teeth. Killing Goku alone won't solve anything. And for a destroyer god to kill a mortal, it's shameful. The silence grows heavy until Whis raises his staff, his calm voice cutting through the tension. There might be another way, Lord Beerus. Whis explains that across the universes, there exists a creature so dangerous that even the Grand Priest forbade its mention. The Bird of Destruction, a divine being whose heartbeat alone can corrupt the flow of energy in all universes. And according to Whis, that bird has found its resting place on Earth. This could be his chance, a reason the other gods of destruction will understand. Destroy the bird, destroy Earth, and if Goku stands in the way, then so be it. Daishinkan warns Zeno that Goku's new form after defeating Hearts is unlike anything seen before, a power power so immense it could one day end even Zeno himself. But Zeno refuses to erase him, saying, "Goku is my friend." Furious at Zeno's emotions clouding his judgment, the Grand Priest takes matters into his own hands. He appears before Beerus and commands him to destroy Goku, warning that failure means the death of both Destroyer and Mortal. Beerus is shaken. Even he knows Goku's strength is far beyond his own. Whis then suggests a plan to seal Goku's power instead of killing him outright. Pretending it's a simple training session, Whis invites Goku for a friendly spar. The two begin to fight, their clash shaking the heavens. But as Goku starts feeling the energy trap forming around him, his instincts flare. "Whis, what are you doing?" he shouts. Whis hesitates, guilt flashing in his eyes, but it's too late. Goku's aura explodes in fury. In a single devastating strike, Goku's punch shatters Whis' staff and erases his divine essence. Beerus screams in disbelief as Whis fades into light. The sky turns crimson, reality trembles, and the line between mortal and God finally breaks. Goku accidentally loses control, and in a single instant, Whis is gone. The silence that follows shakes the heavens. Beerus, burning with rage and grief, unleashes his final form, his aura turning the entire planet into dust. But before he can strike, Goku disappears, ashamed of what he's done. Just then, the Grand Priest appears, his voice cold and divine. The Destroyer has failed his duty. It's time to end his life. Beerus, blinded by anger, charges at the Grand Priest with everything he has, but it's useless. Daishinkan's power is absolute. With one move, Beerus falls, and Universe 7 loses its god of destruction. After this, Daishinkan appears at Universe 7, and calmly, Daishinkan tells everyone it was all an accident. Goku is forgiven, but with no Destroyer left, a new one must be chosen. Goku suggests Vegeta or Gohan, but the Grand Priest smiles. The next Destroyer will be decided by a battle of gods. The one who manages to defeat Athletes 2, God will be chosen as the new Destroyer of this universe. Goku gets a hint of his real intention, but acts fool. And just then, a familiar voice calls out Goku's name. Who could it be? Next part, Whis suddenly appears before Goku with a message from Zeno himself. He calls Goku to Beerus planet, and upon his arrival, he informs that Zeno-sama has an offer for you, Goku. He wants you to stay with him, play, and in return, the Grand Priest will personally train you to reach your final potential. Without a moment of hesitation, Goku smiles. All right then, let's go. Moments later, he arrives at Zeno's palace. Daishinkan greets him, and Goku respectfully accepts the offer, saying that he's very excited for this, and it will be a new experience for him. Zeno giggles in excitement, ordering Daishinkan to give Goku new clothes worthy of his divine training. Light engulfs the room, and as it fades, Goku now stands in an outfit resembling the Grand Priest himself, calm, divine, yet filled with limitless potential. Back on Beerus' planet, Whis informs Beerus about Goku's new training, but instead of joy, there's silence. Beerus looks uneasy. If Goku masters that power, he could surpass even a Destroyer. To avoid this from happening, Whis suggests Beerus to prepare a weapon for himself and then looks at Broly. What dark intentions could they have for Broly? After hearing about the Grand Priest's growing power, Beerus orders Whis to train Broly, their last hope if things go wrong. Whis agrees and takes Broly to Beerus' planet. "Your rage is your biggest weapon and your greatest weakness," he says. With his staff, Whis shows Broly how Goku first turned into Super Saiyan 4, explaining how Goku balanced instinct and fury. Broly watches, inspired, then closes his eyes and screams. The planet shakes as golden light explodes around him, but this time, his aura fuses with divine energy, turning red, green, and silver. Even Whis is stunned. He's awakened something beyond gods. To help him gain control, Whis sends Broly into a training dimension, a realm where time doesn't exist. There, Broly faces two opponents, Vegito Blue and Vegito Super Saiyan 4. Both charge at once, but Broly overpowers them easily, shattering space with every blow. The fusions combine their power for a massive final Kamehameha, yet Broly walks through it, laughing as his energy surges. Whis senses danger. Broly's power is out of control. The entire realm collapses as Broly's scream echoes across universes. Whis ends the session, panting. He's stronger, but just then something scary happens. Broly loses control over his new Super Saiyan 4 form. While Whis was training him, he sent Broly into a separate dimension filled with powerful clones of Goku and Vegeta to test his strength. First, Broly dominated every fight, even defeating the strongest fusion of Goku and Vegeta, Vegito. But suddenly, his energy began to overflow. Broly's rage went beyond his limits, tearing open the fabric of the dimension itself. He broke through space and appeared directly at Zeno's palace, where Goku was training with the Grand Priest. As Broly arrived, Daishinkan appeared, calmly welcoming him. But Broly only growled one word, Kakarot. He charged straight toward Goku with unstoppable fury. Before he could strike, Whis appeared and instantly realized how bad things were getting. Using his staff, he transported Broly through the timelines to stop him from causing destruction. Broly lands in another era, only to see Goku again. Without hesitation, he attacks, but his attack is blocked by someone unexpected. Cumber, the evil Saiyan. The two titans collide, shaking entire realms with each strike. Meanwhile, Whis apologizes to the Grand Priest for the chaos, unaware that this single mistake has made Daishinkan suspicious, realizing that Beerus and Whis might be hiding something far greater.